How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So, it's another week has gone by, and it's now for time for CovrPrice's top 10 weekly hottest comics. This is basically where they show top 10 comics that have been trending, pretty much. And me, as a comic book dealer, have been doing this for over 13 years full time. I can give a different perspective on what you should do with these books. Now, a lot of times people are like, oh, these top 10s, why do you keep doing them? Things like that. I get new subscribers every day, and there's new people that see my channel for the first time, and they might not realize that some of these books aren't worth investing in. And being the comic book investor, that's kind of the point of my channel. So, plus, also I like doing it because it helps me out. I kind of see what's going on, in the world of comics through these top 10 lists. So it's very interesting for me. So what I do is I just go through this, give you the data. That's what CovrPrice does, is they just give you the data. You make your own decision, and I help guide that decision depending on what you want. Now, as always, if you like the comic, buy the comic. That's what they're meant for you to like, to love, to read, all that stuff. So this is just strictly investment advice, I would say. So let's go to number 10. Number 10, we got Incredible Hulk. Number 449, 7-day trend of 159%. Weekly top greatest sale of 335, and units sold 18. Now, why is this on this list? This is on the list because it's the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. And it's been speculated for a long time, that they're going to make some appearance in future MCU movie. A long time. I remember when this was I've been buying this book for a while. So, will this happen? I don't know. It's been spec'd for so long, part of me thinks that it's never going to happen. But if you can see right here, a 9.8 is going to run you about $700, $500, Like I've always said, there's a big boom in the comic market, late spring, early summer. So, you're seeing over $1,000 for a 9.8. Is this something that you should pick up and spec on? It could be. I honestly don't think it's even a bad buy, even if they don't make a movie based off of it, just because it's, first appearance of the Thunderbolts, and it's going to be, worth something in the future regardless, because they went on and had their own series and all sorts of stuff. That's my take on that. Next up, we got Nova, number 1. This is the 2013 edition, 7-day trend of 142%. Weekly top grade sale of 103. Units sold 22 this week. And this is the first solo title of Sam Alexander's Nova series. So why is this being speculated on? Simply put, they're thinking that he's going to finally be in the new Guardians movie. And they've been specking on Nova being in the Guardians movie forever. My personal take is, don't get this one. Get Nova number 1 from the 70s. Just get Nova number 1 from the 70s. All right, number 8. We got World War Hulk number 1. This was on the list last week. Basically, there's unconfirmed rumors going around that they're going to do the World War Hulk series. As much as I love the series, I don't see it happening. Plain and simple. They haven't set up the backstory. If they do, it's going to be a hatched job of the World War Hulk series. They need more backstory. They're supposed to be going to set it up in the She-Hulk TV show, but, Bruce Banner's barely supposed to be in the She-Hulk TV show. So I really don't see it happening. It had a 7-day trend of 226%. Weekly top raw sale of $60. Units sold 15. And if we go into the numbers, we can see, of the raw sales, let's see if this has been trending. Pretty much has gone up. As you can see, big spike here. That's probably when they had that rumor come out, and it's slowly been going down ever since. Still making some sales, but as you can see, it's trending down. Obviously a rumor. Still a cool book to have, but just a rumor. Number 7, we got Avengers 232, 7-day trend of 124. top grade sale, $750. Units sold 29. So this book is still heating up. The reason why this is on the list is it's the first appearance of Eros as Star Fox. Now, this is not his first appearance. I believe his first full appearance is Captain Marvel 27, 26, something like that. But this is his first appearance as Star Fox. And spoiler alert, in the end of Eternals, was it Harry Styles from One Direction is playing? And if you look behind me, you can see if you can see this. I got one just sitting right here. Reason why I was sitting there is because after this top 10 list, like I said, they're useful to me. I dug through I have some complete runs of Avengers. And so I dug through and seen if I had one of these, and sure enough, I do. So I will probably send this off to CGC because the funny thing is, when I bought this not that long ago, it was a nothing book, right? It was like, it was worth more than the previous numbers and the ones after it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And now since, Star Fox is in it, it's just shot up immensely. And we can see here what they are, like what a 9.8 is selling for. This is 9.9, it's probably 9.4, 9.6. But literally it was like a nothing book. Yeah, so if you're looking, the most recent sale, the 26th, was $750. Earlier this month, just a week prior, it was selling for $219. Last month it was selling for $200. So yeah, sometimes like even me, it's like I'll buy a book, like a run of something and won't have anything in there, and all of a sudden some announcement happens and boom, that book skyrockets. All right, number 6, Fortnite Foundation number 1. The reason why this is on here is because people that play Fortnite, there is some code in it where you can get some skin. I don't play the game. I know barely anything about the game, but I know it's very popular and it's all about getting those skins. So it's kind of cool that people will get this skin and be able to be introduced to a comic book that maybe have never read the comic book. So that's kind of cool. Moving on to 5. All right, we got Old Haunts number 1. Now, this book had a 7-day trend of 509%, weekly raw sale of $30, units sold 16. The reason why this is on the list is because they're developing something of a TV show or feature film of this. Like I said all the time, they're developing stuff all the time. Hollywood doesn't have any new ideas, so they literally just pitch everything. And some of these movies get pretty far and never get made. Some of them actually do get made and suck. Who knows? So that's kind of like that why this is on the list. All right, number 4, we got House of Slaughter number 1. This is the red foil 1 in 10 variant. 7-day trend of 212%. Weekly graded sale of $69 and units sold 51. Reason why this is on it is because it's just been, I really don't know. Other than it had high anticipation and a lot of pre-sales for months now. That's pretty much about it, right? I don't think there's any like movie news or TV shows or something like that or whatever. I just think it's people want this book and are looking forward to it. So that's kind of cool. People just want to read it. That's awesome. All right. Number 3, we got Black Widow 12. 7-day trend of 220%. Weekly top raw sale, $20. Units sold, 79. This is pretty much a new comic book. And it has the first appearance of two new characters. The Host and the Living Blade. That's about it. So they're thinking something will happen with these characters in the future. Number 2, we got XMen 95. The first appearance of the Skrull named Fizz. This came out in 1999, so a little older. It's had a 7-day trend of 467%, a weekly raw sale of $30, and units sold 58. So there's a speculation that a Skrull is going to be in future MCU movies, stuff like that. That's kind of why this is on it. Is it really for sure? Once again, it's speculation. But this book is pretty much like went from nothing to something, right? This is one of those books. But this is a speculation, of course. So take it with a grain of salt. Who knows what's going to happen? But as you can see, literally this book came out in 99. It's like, oh, you got maybe a sale every once in a while. And it's like, boom, lots of sales. So, yeah. All right, number 1, we got House of Slaughter, number 1. And this is the 1 per store variant. 7-day trend of 707%. That's a lot. I think that's the highest percentage I've ever seen on these lists. Weekly raw sale, $69. Units sold, 46. The reason why this is on this list and is kind of cool is they only limit 1 per store. So you can't just buy a bunch and get like a bunch of these variants. Only 1 per store. So, and a lot of these were probably all spoken for from, man, there's a lot of variants of this. Wow, this is a ton. I didn't realize how many variants. My goodness. So sometimes with these variants, the ratio variants, it kind of skews the numbers of actually how many people are going to buy this, because imagine someone that wants to get all the variants, right? Well, if you get the 1 of 10, okay, I have to buy 10 of the regular to get this variant. But then I have to buy, the 1 of 25, 1 of 50. So the next thing you know, these comic shops are literally buying like 500 comics just so they can get all the variants, because they sell the variants for a high price and it makes up for the cheaper ones. And man, there is a lot. So they're really pushing this book hard. I mean, whatever. So that's kind of top 10. I'll go through like what I think you should do with all these, a brief little thing. House of Slaughter, 1 per store variant. Really no way to know what's going to happen with this. It could be a flash in the pan. Who knows? But the 1 per store makes it an interesting variant because there's probably barely any made. So low print runs, always, if you're going to go for a variant, always go for the lowest print run. XMen 95. This is a pure speculation. If you're into that kind of stuff, sure, why not? But the reality is, even if this character, Fizz, does show up, it could just be a slight cameo and it would go up a little bit and then it'll just go back down again. And it really has to be like a strong character. Black Widow 12, you can pass on this book. House of Slaughter, red foil, go for the better variant, so pass on this one. Old Haunts, speculation, whatever, I'd pass. Batman Fortnite, pass. Avengers 232, you cast someone like Harry Styles. This is probably going to be somewhat of a prominent character, already casted. This is a better buy for me. World War Hulk 1, pass, because I think it's rumors. Nova number 1, go for the original. Hulk 449, yes, you can buy that one. All right, that's it. Have a good day.